All right, everyone, Babylon here. The final mission here. Uh, this is the final part of the Great Hunt. We're going to take on the boss, if I can get out of the greenhouse here. But before we get started on that, I just want to tell everybody thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching the videos. For those who liked and stuff, I appreciate that. The comments too about the volume of the game while I was talking on doing the over voiceover. Uh, I want to thank y'all for that. All right. I did take all these animals with me, or not all the animals, but all the wolves, hyenas, and boars with me down there to do this. Uh, it turned out to be tougher than I thought it was. I recorded my voice, or at least I thought I did, but while I was doing the mission, so you can get the actual reaction of the feels. We had a couple of WTF moments there. Couldn't figure out exactly what was happening there. I was kind of shocked how fast it was moving and all that stuff. I did lose a few wolves, unfortunately, but not very many. And with that being said, like I said, thank you for everything, and I hope you subscribe, like, and comment and share. Man, let me know what y'all want to do next. But I am going to start on Planet Crafter next, okay? Until I get the stream part figured out. So we'll get this started and hear what he has to say and get going. All right.
Contractor, all the data you've pulled for us so far is pointing to something big. Really big. All of our trials have indicated that this creature is extremely durable. It's likely to be a long ordeal in order for you to kill it. But I'll make it worth your while. We will make it worth your while. The weapons that this thing could power would be a breakthrough in biotech. You have to take it out and get samples up to me as soon as possible. We may not get an opportunity like this again.
Now, with that being said, the pod landed in front of the building there where we was at, and I didn't even realize that. I was running around looking for it before I realized where it was actually at. I'm shocked that it got that close to the building, uh, I don't think it should. It should be landing on that pad back there, but it's Icarus, okay? Uh, the radar here, we got to use it to triangulate
Salutations,
where that
contractor. What a
boral's
beautiful
at.
day for murder. In order to
I
find
did
the
use it
beast,
once
we'll need to
here, showed
triangulate
going
its
west,
position.
but then I traveled down to through the forest area all the way to the south, and then we went from there. And I will wind up transitioning down there to it instead of y'all showing that whole trip down there. Yeah, it was tougher than I thought it was going to be. It's a good thing I brought the wolves because I think if I was to do it again on my own without the wolves and stuff, I would definitely use grenades and explosive ammo. I think it would be better off doing that. But if you take your wolves in there, take plenty of them with you, and because it's going to be a fight and a half. Uh, I was not expecting it to replenish its armor each time, or even it regen his entire health, and had to start pretty much basically all over to hurt me. But we finally did beat it and everything and got it out of there. But like I said, I did lose some wolves along the way, but that's to be expected. As you see there, it's pointing to the west there. But instead of going through the Arctic and down the Riverlands, I decided to just go through the forest to get down there. We also even accidentally, I wasn't paying attention and got too close to a sandworm, and we had to kill it. But at the end of the day, it was a fight. So sit back and enjoy it. You want to make comments about how I had to fight that, it'd be good about it because I took plenty of shotgun slugs. Like I said, I had to really truly say it, if it wasn't for the wolves and the hyenas and stuff, I probably wouldn't have been able to beat that on my own there. I have to hand that out to them. They were doing quite a bit of damage to it. And of course, I was hitting it in the head several times and it wasn't doing any damage to him. But we'll get that figured out. And of course, you know, I didn't change my light part of it out. Now, like I said, I thought I had, well, my mic was on, but for some reason the voice didn't record with the recording. So I had to do the voiceover. I was kind of wanting to let y'all hear what I was saying in there, which might be a good thing because there was a couple of curse words in there. I was shocked how fast that thing was moving. And of course, you know, shocked when it rehealed. But, but anyways, that happened. But then again, I'm not very technical smart how that happened and why it happened that way. I did make a little short video afterwards and talked in it, and it worked just fine. So I might have not just had my mic pulled all the way down and ready to go. But like I said, right now it's working. So, but anyways, we're down here in the desert. We're gonna get out here. We're gonna put the radar back down, kind of see where it's pointing to. And then we'll just head over towards that boral, wherever that boral's at. You know, so hopefully, as you see here, the trouble. I don't get this thing. He can run over big boulders, but he won't run over those little ones in the desert for some reason. I don't understand that, but that's okay. Like I said, you know, it's a little challenge of getting through that section of it there. I usually go to the further one south, which makes it a little easier to get through there. But end of the day, I mean, it's difficult. It's going to be complicated sometimes. For some of us anyway. I know some of the younger kids out there, man, they could really work a controller and all that stuff. But my keyboard and me don't get along very well. Y'all notice every once in a while y'all pop up a screen or something that wasn't intended to pop up, and all I want to do is back out of the inventory slot. But we're going to get over here in a second and set that radar back up. And right now I'm just looking to see where all my wolves are, and sure enough they stopped to fight the coordinate there. But you can see those wolves do a pretty good job on those regular ones. But yeah, I think like I said, I'm probably going to, if I can find those special borals there for different deals, if I can find one with exotics, I'm going to try to farm that. But I'm not going to get rid of this world here. I'm going to keep this world for farming exotics and stuff. And not only that, I'm waiting to see if the Great Hunt boss was respawn and be on the map permanently. That way you can farm it, because you can make 3 things with it, but and you'll need parts and stuff to do that with. But actually 4. You get the regular trophy, and then you have the 2 thrones, and then you have the lamp that you can make. Then each one requires a vestige. So if that's the case, you have to be able to do it 4 times, right? So you figure the boss will get back in, or it should spawn back in, so you can redo it. Unless you can take that vestige with you, but I doubt you can take the vestige with you. But afterwards, we got everything back at the base and everything, and you can see all the exotics we got from it, and all the materials that we got. And I chose to build the throne, and it was bigger than I thought it was. It's one of the thrones, but it's way bigger. Like I said, you can walk underneath it. It's so big. But right here, you know, this, like I said, it was just too close. He was going to run into him anyway, so we should just sit there and just killed it. Now, I didn't try farming any of them or anything on the way down. I just freaking killed them and went on about my business. I think I only seen like 1 or 2 of the borals, and I think one was stone and no coal, and the other one was copper. But I think those are the ones you have to use a taxidermy knife on in order to get the scales. But we'll have to find that out later on too. Or unless you're not guaranteed a scale each time you do one, because I haven't got one since we did the quest. I guess that's in research. But like right now, we're just looking to see which way we got to go. Now that rock there, I couldn't remember if that rock was there. At first I thought that was going to be it, but it was pointed a totally different direction from it. So we just marked on the map and went that way. and got down there, and sure enough, that was where it was at. But like I said, if I was going to do it by myself, I'd probably have to bring frag grenades in. Not frag grenades, but impact grenades. That thing doesn't stay still very long to use regular grenades, unless you want to blow yourself up. Which, nobody wants to do that, right? You saw how much damage it took when that thing blew up next to me. So with that, I think we'd probably been better off with impact grenades. And here's where I accidentally triggered the worm while I'm trying to. But I went ahead and decided the fighting to be done with it. The original plan, I seriously did think about coming down here and farming all 3 worms before doing that, but I didn't bring the bull with me. So I didn't have enough room to carry everything. If I killed all 3 of them. But see how he goes underground here. Look at that army of woods and stuff coming up to him. But yeah, they took him down pretty damn quick. I went ahead and picked up the scales and everything on this one, and took it with me. I had to put it in the baskets, not baskets, but the satchels later. I didn't even think about that before I went in. But hey, as far as I'm concerned, those scales, that's just more biomass. You know what I'm saying? Or legendary biomass, excuse me. Now, after that, like I said, we just went ahead and went down to the burrow. We did scan one more time just to make sure it was headed to where I thought was the burrow down there. And we had to wait for all the wolves to get together before we went in to make sure they could take them in with me. And at first, I didn't think they were coming in with me. Now, see, I think that stone right in front of me is where it's at. But it turned out that's where it's at. But like I said, I didn't realize. Like I said, I didn't really think that the wolves went in with me. And only then did I even start thinking, shit, I should have brought the explosive ammo with me and all that stuff. And then, of course, I come up here. He's over here lollygagging, tearing up another boar. But like I said, I just wanted to get them in there, get them down all together here, so that before I go down, so that way they'll get around you when you start to go in, get them close to the door opening as possible, so they can come in. And here I just had to turn around, and there it was.
It appears to be sheltering inside this area. Well, meatbag, this may be the last time you get to hear my soothing voice. You should prepare for the worst, and say a prayer to whichever deity you humans have on rotation currently.
Meatbag. I'm starting not to like that AI, you know. But he had a point though when he went in there. I mean, it was pretty tough. It wasn't for, like I said, for the wolves and the hyenas. I don't think I would have finished it. I think I would have got killed in there, especially when he was doing those real heavy lunges. Now I didn't know whether or not if I got too close, it automatically take in, but come to find out, you just had to walk up to it and it'll give you a marker to go in. You have to be off your mower. The mower didn't come in with me, which shocked me that the mower wasn't in there. But he was still outside when I came in. And like I said, there was a little issue at the end of it with him being stuck in the map, trying to get him out of there. And some of the wolves were stuck. I had to go back in, wiggle them loose out of the map, and then get them to walk away from there. I thought I lost more wolves than I did, but apparently they all spawned back in at the base. Here I didn't realize that I needed to look upward and see that marker. You see how it's not black like it was a while ago. Had to get on it, then back him up a little bit, and then turn back around, and see how now it turns black again. So I was actually just a little bit too close to it. And now we're going in. We're going to have a field day. But here I was kind of thinking,
You know what to do,
shit, my
Prospector.
wolves are not here.
Try not to die.
But they started spawning in pretty good. Now, if I ain't mistaken, all of them spawned in, actually. Hyenas, boars, and all. And, yeah, I think that was all that spawned in. I gave it a few more seconds here before I went in, and of course I got my pickaxe ready. I think fire hurts him pretty good, I think. See, I thought he was standing right there, you know, when I saw that marker go across the top. But then I almost didn't see him when I finally did. You know, I was sitting there walking towards him and couldn't even see him hardly, and all of a sudden I saw him, and of course, you know, the battle began then. You know, and of course, you know, the wolves do what they do best. They go in and start tearing everything up. See, I didn't see him there just yet until right there. That's when I saw him. That's the only downside. See, I couldn't hardly see him until it was too late. But you can see them guys just jumping up and down there. They're doing pretty good damage, but he's also doing quite a bit of damage to them too. And this is all with you'll see it when I'm looking at their health. I had to give them some stuff to help them boost their health back To be honest with you, I might have killed a couple of my wolves, you know, the way I was shooting there. And here's where he goes to an exotic node and puts on more armor and it heals him up. That was nuts for me anyway. But I guess when he's doing this, you know, you can't. No, this is the word he took the over on. Next one is anytime I can see it, he's doing the damage. Look at that. But we're doing the damage on him too. Now here he goes. He's going to take off when he gets that reheal. And this is where I said, what the hell? You know what I mean? Oh, that was so aggravating. To be that close, to kill him that close, and all of a sudden you can't do damage to him or nothing. He puts on reheal. Holy crap, that thing can leap. Here in a minute, you'll see him skip right across the freaking screen there in front of you. There he goes. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Definitely saying WTF right there. It was nuts. But after that, I mean, the fight didn't seem to take near as long. I guess it's a one-time killing thing. And this time I actually was watching my health. So, see these little boy out there. Heads up doing ricochets. But that miner's armor did a pretty good job, with him taking damage from the pickaxe. And there it is, finally. But, yeah.
You did it? I mean, of course you did. You're a pro. This is going to help a lot. Package that stuff up and get it here now. Don't waste any more time. This will look great on my record. I mean your record. Until next time, contractor.
On his record, yeah, my record, you mean. But, yeah, I mean, that was the fight, man. I mean, it was awesome. Like I said, you see how he moves around so fast. It'd be kind of difficult to do it on your own, especially if you're not very good at PvP, single fight and all. But yeah, I think I'd have to use the impact grenades and the explosive ammo. I might be able to do that on my own there. I think that'd be the only way I'd be able to do it on my own. Here we're just trying to find our way back out. Get back and get all the animals together and get out, and we'll head back to the base. And that'll bring this series to an end on Olympus anyway. Like I said though, if there is a boss on here and I do decide to farm it, I'll record it and post it. But I'm going to keep the world just for to get farming exotics from the geysers and stuff with these wolves and stuff. You can see the health, how low their health are. I was about to lose several more wolves. That's unreal. They took a lot of damage. And of course, I got to give them the soybean omni food. That way, it'll help them give them 200% health regen. I think that's what that is. That way, that keep them alive on the way back to the base. Now, I was saying that'd be one thing that'd be cool if you can build like a teleporter base in each area. That'd be cool. That way you ain't having to run clear across the map. Although the MOA does pretty good getting you across the map pretty fast. But yeah, I think that'd just be a cool addition actually. They don't have to do it. I want them to do it, but they don't have to do it. We'll just put it that way. Just an ideal out there, But yeah, I mean that's it. And, it's hard to say what else to do. And here in a minute we'll go back to base and make that throne. Like I said, I was shocked how big that thing was. It was way bigger than I thought it was. And here we're going to go out. I was so scared if I just exited out, I wasn't going to lose my wolves and stuff. But so I decided to just stand there and wait on them to get there. Because I wasn't exactly sure, I didn't want to lose any of them. I already lost enough in there in that fight. And there's that health elixir right there that gives you 500 hit points. I should have been making that all along, you know, and I don't know why I didn't. And there's the boar. Now I get on my mower and try to get out and can't get out. I get off and you see how you dip down in the ground there. And I got out and I set him to follow, and he wouldn't follow. So there was some of those wolves there. I had to go back in and literally make the mower go around them. Now I know you see quite a few of them coming out, but at the end of the day, they all didn't come out. A couple of more. But yeah, they're all stuck in there. Now they're coming out of there. Yeah, I lost several of them. Probably 4 or 5 of them. It looks like I lost one of the hyenas and one of the boars too. I don't know why that one showed way over there, unless it's still underground or something. But he's back at base though. That's what I don't understand. But I guess he finally spawned out of it when we got far enough away. But yeah, like I said, we're just head back to base and put everything away. Find out what can be melted down for legendary biomass. We are going to make, like I said, that one of the thrones. Like I said, we didn't have enough for everything. Now we're back here at base and we're just going to go in and start dumping everything off. I had to stop and whistle, let the wolves go. I thought I already did it until I started going off. And you can see it looks like I got even got more wolves. So it looks like either all of them couldn't go in and they all just ran off, or something like where that one was outside the map, and then they all spawned back in. But according to the ledger on the left, I did lose about 4 or 5 of them. I know it also tells you that's where they level up, but they're already max level, so they couldn't have leveled up. So it means they had to die. They had to die in there. So yeah, and now like I said, I'm fishing to release these guys. They're back. Now that's something, like I said, I wish they could fix. Because to be honest with you, the only time you need them to stay is like when you're dealing with them, like putting stuff in and out of the deal, or try to get them to stay in an area away from a fight. Other than that, when you whistle, they should just go to wandering like everything else. But to me, I think that would have been better. Here, I didn't know exactly why I went in there for it. Like I said, I went into the wrong building to begin with. Here, I just put the exotics and the legendary mass away. But somewhere I had some legendary mass anyway. Oh yeah. Now I don't know why I was thinking. I went to the decoration deal for it. Not even thinking about looking into the trophy bench. You know, I went in there and looked one time. I don't think I looked. I just put stuff away, the vestiges away and stuff. And I wasn't even paying attention because I didn't have it unlocked yet. I had to go in and unlock it first. Got a few talent points I need to spend, don't I? Everything on that one's done. I don't know why I was looking on level 1 for, but can't believe, I think it was in this one where I found it. Yeah, right there. But yeah, I mean, dude, I mean, it was been fun. I mean, of course, we had a few issues along the way, but we can get that resolved sooner or later, though. Yeah, and once again, I mean, all you guys who subscribe and who's watching my videos and sharing it and everything, appreciate y'all so much. But don't be afraid to leave a comment just to say hi or anything. I mean, I will respond to them when I see there's a comment. Just like I said, if you got something critical to say, that's no problem. I can handle that. Just keep it more than a two-word vocabulary and decent, you know. But outside of that, I mean, anything you want to talk about, man, we can talk. If there are new things that you want to know about the game or something, let me know. And we can talk about it. If I don't know the answer, my God, I bet I can find the answer. Here I'd have to go out and get some stone there. I forgot I used all my stone in making cement. I think what was that mission that had it come up with 300? I can't remember the name of that mission now. I had to have 300 cement. But we're about to see that right now up there. But I used up all my stone, so I had to go out and get some. But I used a jackhammer. It was quick. It ain't gonna take much longer. We're almost done here. About another 6 minutes. But yeah, this one I decided to use the jackhammer. That way it would just be faster. Now that I got my legendary tickets, I can unlock that mining arbiter that you put on your fist there. I don't know if I'll use it. Because you have to have biofuel for it, so it's not going to be an early game item. So you have to be able to make biofuel first. Not only that, I think the jackhammer is way better. Although you can't, I don't think you can put a slot on it. But, an attachment on the jackhammer. That would be pretty cool if you could. You know. But y'all about to see just how big this thing is. I was shocked how big it was. The good thing I built the building the way I did. But I did have room for it in the main building, right next to where I'll be sleeping at, so that way I get the coziness off of it. I was actually trying to figure out the difference in the thrones, but I didn't know what the difference was going to be. I know I didn't want the lamp, but like I said, if I can farm it, then I'll make the lamp. Just so I can say I made it. But the vestiges there, I thought was for that one, but it's actually for the regular Gorites, not the boss Gorite. So this here is what I decided on. Like I said, it's way bigger than I thought. Look how big that thing is. I guess I could have left it in there, but then it'd been in the way getting to my storage. But try to figure out how to put it in here. I wound up putting it in there like that, but I was just wanting to make sure that it wouldn't fit somewhere else back up out of the way. I think it would look cooler looking out the door, but if I would known it was that big, I would have prepped for it. But look how big that thing is. And it calling it a throne, I thought you'd be able to sit on it. But I guess it's him sitting on his throne, not me. For anybody else to sit on it, just him standing on those deals and calling it a throne. But I think the other one is an actual chair for you to sit in, I think. So there's that. But knowing that, if I can do that, it wouldn't be a bad idea. You know, next time I start on Olympus and start make another one, I just build a castle so I can put the throne there. You know what I mean? or go all farm homestead stuff. You know, there's always something that one can do, right? So yeah, I mean, I hope y'all enjoyed it. I mean, I know I did. I had fun doing this. There's a lot of stuff I'm learning. Uh, Thank you for all those guys who are being patient with me on it too. And I wish y'all the best. And I'll see y'all Monday with Planet Crafter. And until I get my stream up and going, I've got a feeling that's going to still take a little bit of time. All right. All right. I wish y'all the best, man. Y'all take care and peace.